Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing okay. We got the show of shows coming up in February 22nd, I believe, is the first day. And I thought I would do a video about what to expect if this is your first show of shows, how to prepare, how to conduct yourself, how to get there, just all kinds of different things. Any questions that you have about the OVMS show of shows, hopefully I can cover and prepare you for your first visit to the show of shows. First of all, the show of shows is in Louisville, Kentucky, at the Kentucky Expo Center. You have to Google it if you have never been there before. It's in northwestern-ish Kentucky. It's close to Cincinnati. There's interstates leading to it from all directions, so it's easy to get there. But once you get to the Expo Center, if it's your first time, it can be quite confusing. There are numerous gates that you can enter through. Some, if you enter through the wrong gate, you will have to drive completely all the way around the Expo Center to get to the entrance to the show of shows, which I've done myself a couple of times. I'm not sure the exact gate number. Maybe somebody can comment below, but there's a certain gate that takes you right to the entrance to the show, and there's plenty of parking. Parking is right in front of the entrance, so there's no issue with parking. The hours of the show, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. If you are a member of the OVMS, on Thursday, February 23rd, you have exhibitors moving in from 8 to 5. But then OVMS members can come in from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday, February 23rd. So you get in there before the general public. Which leads me into my next point. You really need to become a member of the Ohio Valley Military Society, the OVMS show of shows. There are memberships available when you get there, but generally it's a long line. It may take you an hour or longer to get through the line just to get your membership. So what I recommend is go to OVMS website, which is sosovms.com. Click on the membership link, and you can go ahead and mail in your membership application, and they will mail back your badge and your credentials. So when you get to the show, you can just walk straight in. You don't have to stand in line. All the information, where you mail it to, how much it is on the website. Just go there for more info. Now, once you get to the show, it's really overwhelming how large it is. You really can't imagine how big this show is. Just think about the biggest show you've ever been to and triple it. I mean, it's like football fields full of military stuff. Okay, you're going to do a lot of walking. Okay, this show is huge. You're going to walk, so make sure you wear the most comfortable shoes that you've got. This is a biggie. Trust me. By the end of the day, your legs are going to be wore out. Your feet are going to be barking. Trust me. Bring a backpack. Okay, so when you buy small items and things, you can just throw them in your backpack and continue on. Of course, if you buy large items, you'll probably have to make a couple of trips out to your vehicle. But bring a backpack; it really helps. Bring a loop or a magnifying glass so you can look at up close details of hallmarks. Look for repairs. Look at patinas. Look at the small details. Bring a pen and some paper. For several reasons. Number one, to write down what you pay for an item. It's always good to have a written record of what you pay for items. Maybe possibly get provenance for items that you're going to buy. You can jot down some provenance. Also, make sure you bring your cell phone, because you're going to want to Google things, makers, current prices, what stuff sells for. Do research on items before you buy them. But your phone is invaluable, and there's usually pretty good signal in there too, so no worries. If you're bringing anything to sell at the show, you're walking in with, an infield, or you're bringing a German rifle or pistols or anything to sell. Most of the time, you'll have to zip tie the receiver open. I cannot remember for the life of me if the venue for Show of Shows requires this or not, but I'm thinking they do. If you know for sure, comment below. But you need to zip tie your rifle's receiver open, and usually they have zip ties available. And once you get inside, it's like walking into a museum, but everything's for sale. If you've been to Washington D.C. and you go into the Smithsonian, it's overwhelming when you walk in. Same thing for the OVMS Show of Shows, but everything's for sale. Okay, now, let's say you walking through, and bam, you see something that you really like. It's probably just going to be laying right there in the open. A lot of dealers have stuff locked up in showcases, but some of it is just laying in the open, right? I 100% recommend, before you touch anything, you say, "Sir or ma'am, is it okay if I pick this item up? Is it okay if I touch this item?" Most dealers don't care, but there are some dealers who do not want you to touch their stuff unless you ask them first. They're worried about you damaging the property, stealing the property, etc. So always be respectful. Ask, okay? And you'll be surprised. Some of these the old timers, if you're respectful to them and you talk to them and you're nice to them, they become more friendly and nicer to you. You may get a better price. Which leads me into my next point: is always negotiate. These guys are there to sell. They have driven, some of them, all the way across America to set up at this show, okay? They don't want to take this stuff back home with them. So if you can negotiate a price that's close to what they are asking, you probably can make a deal. So don't be afraid to ask for a better price. Also, and this is very, very important, ask what their return policy is, okay? Any dealer who is worth their weight, or who is worth their salt, is going to give you a lifetime warranty on anything you buy. You can return it, no questions asked, okay? As long as it's in the same condition as when you bought it. Any dealer who will not give you a return option, walk away. Don't buy, okay? Because there's a reason they're not giving you a return policy. But, 99% of the dealers that you're going to encounter are going to have a return policy, but just ask what it is. That way in case, heaven forbid, in case you buy something and it turns out to be not as described, a fake, it's been enhanced, it's been repaired, etc., okay? On site, there's always food and drink. The OVMS runs a little canteen. I'm not sure exactly who the proceeds go to, but anyway, there's plenty of food, plenty of drinks for you to enjoy. Also, walking around these shows, you're going to find officers of the OVMS who are set up selling their items, okay? For instance, Brian Coates, the president of the OVMS, usually has several tables with a bunch of his stuff for sale. You can walk right up to the president of the OVMS, have a conversation with him, ask him any questions you want, ask his opinions, and he will be there for you. He'll answer anything you got to ask. Super nice guy. The OVMS officers all have a black name tag, and it says OVMS officer on it. You can talk to any of those guys if you have questions, complaints, problems, anything. Talk to them, and they will willingly talk to you. All right? They're all super nice guys, especially Brian Coates. I recommend that you guys seek him out and talk to him. That's basically it. Just be respectful. Ask for provenance. Ask for return policies. generally, this show is going to take 2 days to get through. If you just plan on spending 1 day there, you're going to miss a lot. You're not going to be able to get through it. My first time that I went years ago, I walked in and I made it about 3/4 of the way through, and it was time to close. So it takes about 2 days to get through this show, or you're going to miss something. There's also going to be in the back, most likely there'll be veterans of Vietnam, Korean War. There might be a World War II veteran back there. They have tables set up. You can go talk to these veterans. You can, listen to their stories. You can share stories. They're always happy to talk to you. And it's really good to be able to talk to a World War II veteran and listen to firsthand accounts of what happened in Europe or, Guadalcanal or wherever. It's really great to meet those guys, and they deserve our respect because these guys have provided freedom for us. Okay, and when you're leaving is the hardest part because you're leaving this experience. It's a museum with stuff for sale. You're leaving. It's going to be another year before you'll see a show even close to this. So leaving sometimes is the hardest part. There are other shows throughout the year. The OVMS has other shows. They have the Wilmington show, which is called the Cornfield Show. There's also a Max show. And, there's all kinds of other military shows all across America. You can go online and Google military show calendar, and there's several sites that will pop up telling you all kinds of different places to go. I'm going to be there for 2 days. I'll be there on Thursday and all day Friday. If you see me, come up, say hi. Take a picture with me. We'll do a shout out on my YouTube channel, whatever. It's always nice to meet subscribers and talk to guys and see what they're up to. So that's it, guys. Go to sosovms.com website, get some more information, and get your membership in. Get it in early so you can just walk right in when you get there. All right, guys, that's it. Muchacho out.